Good morning everyone, TDragon here, and welcome to another session of TDragon's Pizzeria, where we're going to talk about whatever I'm interested in today. So are you ready to get served another slice of pizza? Bon appetit. Today we're talking about, well, what are we talking about? I want to talk about love and people that you are invested in, are interested in. It could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a girl, or it could be someone that like your senpai out there and you want to be noticed, you little cutie you. So relating this, we're going to talk about Wally. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. I've seen it probably around 5-10 times ish, and every time I watch the movie it's just pure love and interest between Wally and Eva and their robotic emotions for each other. So in a relationship that, you know, Wally and Eva was in, it was very important to me, and it struck out to me when I watched the movie that like he was very persistent, he was committed, and he was love at first sight kind of. He didn't give up, and he found someone that would finally, you know, it was like she was perfect for him. So yeah, I'm kind of pulling up a fart here, but like I wanted to start off to say that this is just a kind of a reminder. You know, I'm telling you all these things, but like I want you to know that these are good reminders and, you know, kind of lessons, but at the same time, like it's just things to have on your mind, to think about, you know, whenever you think about someone you care about, you know. In fact, all of these videos I'm making are kind of like that. It's just some light-hearted goodness, hopefully bringing positivity to your day. So right, back to Wally. You know, we see in rain, sleet, storm, you know, desert, hurricane, fog, I don't even know, like all kinds of stuff. And whenever Eva shuts down, he sticks around with her no matter what, and he makes sure that she's taken care of, she's safe, and you know, and he's just there, you know. I think it's really important when you're with someone that you care about and you overthink things, or like you're like you're not sure what you should do because their response isn't the response you were expecting whenever you did put yourself out there. Even though like the way you probably did put yourself out there, you weren't too like much about it. You're just like, hey, what's up? Instead of, you know, being persistent and really like digging in to someone, you know. Lots of people go through crap. You know, people have bad days, and you know, you just have to be there for them whenever that does happen. Or like, let's say you find someone you're really interested in that kind of takes your heart away, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I think this person is authentic, I think they're super cool, and that I should be talking to them. If you have that on your mind already and you really think they're worth it, no matter what, just stick at it. Like, just be like, hey, what's up? How's it going? I want to talk to you more. And if they're feeling mutually the same, then, you know, you guys can vibe together. Even with family members, you know, there's a lot of crap that happens that, you know, might make things not right. And a lot of it has to do with pride or ego. And if you can just drop that because you care about this person so much that you can just have a conversation with them, you know. I'm reminded always, time and time again, whenever I'm feeling a certain way about something, that it's always better to just flip the script and empathize and see their perspective of things, so that whenever I reevaluate and maybe I'll talk to a friend about it that has more wisdom, you know, or has more experience than me, then they'll tell me about, you know, what they would do, and then I think about that, and I think about how like that is what they're telling me is what's right, you know, just as being a good person, being someone that cares. You know, if I really feel this way about someone, you know, shouldn't I be the one to like go hardcore at it and just not give up? You know, like, hey, I want to do this, but they don't want to, and it's just like, let me ask again, you know, let me like not give up quite yet, you know, not being forceful about it, but really just being like, yo, I'm here, and you know, I care a lot, and you know, I hope that you can care too. You know, I feel like a lot of people just, they find it hard to find that person that they can fully find that commits. You find a lot of people that are half-hearted whenever they are going into like talking to someone, and it's like, hey, what's up, and then that's it. There's not more to it. And it's hard, you know, I'll admit it is really hard to have a conversation if, you know, there's not a constant back and forth and you're just not trying to flow it because maybe someone's not vibing someone else. But, you know, when I meet a lot of people, it's really good to know that like they're being real with me. And so if you can show someone that you're being real with them, you're being genuine, like you're not after them for just one thing, you're after them because you want to be a positive effect in their life. I've been saying that in like all these videos, but it's true, you know. If you can convince them of that from the get-go, or have a really good first impression that tells them that you're not playing games, you're adamant about whatever is happening, maybe they'll fall for you if you play your cards right. You know, Wally and Eva, they go on a crazy adventure the whole film, and then they end up together at the end, happy in a robotic relationship sorta. And the whole time Wally is consistently telling Eva how interested he is in her, and not just about her looks or her sleekness, but he just likes her for her, and like, you know, he's always there for her whenever like a problem happens. It's constant, and he's being a real like prince, kind of a gentleman. He's a true gentleman about it. You know, there's a lot of wrong answers, there's a lot of right answers, to be honest, but you know, if you find someone you really care about and you want them around, you want them to stick around, then just keep a conversation going. Like, don't give up. You know, maybe they're not giving you the response you want, but remember that like everybody has problems, they go through stuff, and maybe they're just not feeling it right now, and don't take it personally, you know. Unless they make it very direct, like, yo, stop talking to me, then you don't want to be that guy. But you know, it's pretty easy to read, you know, into things like that if they do act like that. You want to be the person that, you know, you would want to be in a relationship with, you know, or however you want it to be. Like, maybe it's one of your best friends from your childhood and you just want to reconnect, and you should act the way that you feel that you would want to be treated as well. You know, I hung out with my friend from high school the other day. It's been years. And you know, I was just very kind. You know, I was very like, I was genuinely really happy to see them, and I think they felt the same way. So if I would have gone about that a different way, just like, oh hey, what's up, you know, then it's, you know, why would they want to hang out again if I'm not really enthused to see them? So be enthused, be happy, know that, you know, you have the power to be a positive effect in their life if you want to be. So always be positive, be optimistic and ignorant, and pursue, son. Because if you don't give up, what do you have to lose? You know, like happens in a lot of relationships is between you and her, or you know, you and your friend, or him and him. Who knows? You know, there's all kinds of stuff. It's in between these two people. It's very that intimacy. So just know that and go for it. Remember guys, that's pretty much all I want to talk to you guys about today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a comment down below if you want to talk about more, your experiences, my experience, all over the place. So guys, like always, stop hate, make love. Earth, water, fire, air, I declare, pinky swear.